What is up, YouTube? What's up, digital peeps at YouTube? It's mkgtweety. What is up, my lovelies? My digital peeps out there in YouTube world. How you doing today? I'm on here today because we're going to do a little 3-month update because I was just at the doctor's on Monday, the 26th of August. And the 23rd of August, I had my blood test done. So we'll get into all that. We'll talk about my mom, what's been going on with the fam, and all that good stuff. So how are you today? What's going on with you out there in the web world? If you want to follow me on my second channel, basically, you want to see more weekly updates from me. Every Wednesday, I post on my Instagram. I have a Pinterest, Tumblr, Wattpad, Instagram, Twitter, all on the moniker mkgtweety. Links are in the description box below. And then here at YouTube, it's mkgtweety. So how are we today? So, I know I keep saying that. I'm just like, whatever. Okay. So, we'll give you a little update on my mom first, because this is how I do them on Instagram. I was talking about my mom first, and what's going on right here. And I've tried making this video several times, but my camera cuts off at 29 minutes, because that's all it can record. And then that's when you realize, oh, you rambled on too long, or my battery ran low, and all this kind of stuff. So, yeah. We got something from Amazon that we're going to show you. Anyway, so, Wednesday, which was 28th, my mom was supposed to go back to the cancer doctor. She's been trying to go for the past couple of weeks now. My mom was supposed to go, a couple Tuesdays ago. She was all ready to go and everything, and then she got diarrhea about 10 minutes before she was supposed to leave. She didn't know whether she was going to have it all day or what was going to happen, because it just came on her all of a sudden. She's like, I don't want to risk any chances and that kind of stuff. So she called and had it rescheduled, the appointment. My mother was on a 3-month break from chemo, as you saw in the last video that I made on my 3-month break. My mother, we'll catch you up to speed if you're just joining us or you forgot. My mother had smoldering myeloma, which is a treatable, it turns into multiple myeloma when it gets to the treatable phase. My mom had it 10-15 years before it moved into the treatable phase. 60% of people that get it stay smoldering, doesn't do anything. My mother was going for weight loss surgery for her knees, and you gotta have all these tests before you have weight loss surgery. And one of the tests that you gotta have is an endoscopy, where they take a picture of your stomach with a tube. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry, dental patient, didn't need to hear that. And before you get that endoscopy, you gotta have a blood test. And that's through that blood test, that's how they found out she had, it moved into the treatable phase. Actually, this time last year, or somewhere around in this time frame, last year, it's been a year now since she's been diagnosed with multiple myeloma, which is a form of treatable bone marrow cancer. And then, I have a hummingbird, digital peeps. Oh my god. You just missed it. I was trying to like grab my camera so I could take him. My camera came off. I'm sorry, digital peeps. I'm sorry if you can't hear me. See, a lot of times it has to, literally there was just a hummingbird and I was trying to like, it just came like, zip, 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 and then left. Like, literally. Like, it was a very dark colored one. And I thought, well, if I can get him on film long enough, you'd believe me, but sorry about that. You know, you see, he went, vroom, did a little zoom, 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 zoom over there, and then he laughed. Okay. Sorry about that. Sometimes we have magical things happen in our videos. So in September, it'll be a year since she's had treatment. That's when she started, the beginning of September, and all this. My mother also has bad knees. So your knees are supposed to be like this. Hers are like this. And you're wondering how she's still walking, talking, and standing. And my mother doesn't go to treatment a lot because, well, I shouldn't say a lot, but she likes to skip appointments until next week because when you're coming and we're outside, so there's going to be cars whizzing by, there's going to be birds chirping, there's going to be wind chimes going off, breeze is going, so just please forgive me, just, okay? And so, the first 2 stops when you're coming down our stairs to come to the first floor, and it's very hard on my mother, and she doesn't want to have to deal with that all the time, so, you know, and all this. We're having diet iced tea. I got this at the Dollar General on Monday after I came back from the box, but it says, it's all summertime. Okay. And it came in a 2-pack for like $3, right? And then it didn't come with a straw, though. They said it was supposed to come with a straw, but it didn't, but that's okay. I could deal, because this is like a plastic straw that I have, the kind that you wash and stuff. So that's something I got during the 3 months. So if you see me sipping out of that, that's what that is. And it's diet tea, so. And so my mom, because she can't, there are days when she still has trouble sleeping because of the pain. Thoughts are going a mile miles a minute. Or this arm over here will just, like, she'll be sleeping and it'll go whang because it hurts because of us helping her go to the bathroom up and down and all this kind of stuff. And she puts this, like, lidocaine roll-on stuff on that has lavender essential oil in it. And it just, yeah, and that kind of helps a little bit. And then once it starts working, then she can sleep and all this kind of stuff. My mom could have a procedure where she goes into a hospital for literally a month. My mother has never been away from us for more than a week. I've never been away from my parents for more than a week. And the only thing she could have was just FaceTime calls, basically, or text. She could have no visitors in the hospital. They radiate you and chemo you. So your hair falls out and you have no bone marrow, and then your own body makes its own bone marrow, kind of thing. But because my mother's not mobile enough, she can't have it still. She should have had a knee replacement like yesterday, like 10 years ago, kind of thing. But my mother tries to fight. You know, she's a fighter. She's, you know, when she tries to muster up courage to go. I know she was supposed to go Wednesday on the 28th, or yesterday, the 28th of August. And Monday after my doctor's appointment is when we thought our transmission was going in our car. And so I was like, well, I'm not going if the car is not safe enough to drive. So my dad called the office and said, we have to reschedule, my car's not doing great. And so they said, okay, come, you know, this day or whatever. And yesterday, oh no, it was Tuesday, on the 27th of August, my dad took it to our mechanic, or as I like to call it, the car hospital, car doctor. And he's like, what, this is new, you know, this is whatever. He's thinking it kind of was more the heat than anything else in the world that did it, because it's been really hot here, so, where I live at, in southwestern Pennsylvania. I live 30 minutes outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as to where you don't need to know, but that's generally where I live at. And so, he took it to the hospital, and guy's like, there's nothing wrong with it. everything's fine. So Daddy's just chalking it up to the heat. But he said that's good that we had it looked at, because, you know, sometimes what you think is like, oh, I think it's this. It could, you know, it could have been the transmission. We didn't know. It was just something that happened and we wanted to get it checked out. And my dad had we had a friend of his drive him to help get the car back and drive him down and pick him up and all that kind of stuff with the car and all that. So our van's fine. We call it the car, but it's a van, and my dad has a blue Ford F-110. So it's fine. It's, you know, we had another vehicle to get us around if we had to and all that kind of stuff. I helped my dad also on, I think it was Tuesday the 27th. Excuse me. We were going to a hospital near us. It's called Jefferson Memorial. Just Jefferson for short. And he was going to the radiology department. He was getting a CD-ROM of his back scans, because he's going to a new back doctor. He's got spinal stenosis. And when he gets up, he walks like he's drunk or he's a crotchety old man. I know, but it's just, it's like he gets even though it's not, but it's, you know, he gets the joke and all this kind of stuff. And when we got to the hospital on Tuesday, the 27th, or did we do it yesterday? No, we did it, we did it on, it was either Wednesday, I think, I can't remember. But we kind of, I had to get him a wheelchair. We had to go to the radiology to get a CD-ROM of his scans. He's going to a new back doctor, who is part of UPMC, which stands for the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. The back doctor that he had been going to moved to Uniontown, which is a little bit south of me. And he moved to a new practice and all this kind of stuff. And so he's going to this primo guy that's like, that's the back. If you want your back looked at or done on or worked on, that's the guy you want to go to. Like, he's primo, remember the top, rep, all that kind of stuff. Has a rep in the hospital, good reputation and all that. And so my dad's trying to get all his back records, like his scans and his paper records and all this kind of stuff, transferred over to this guy, to the new guy, so he can see what's going on. My dad just woke up one morning and there it was. So, and when he's playing his drums, because if you remember, like I said in the last video, my dad left the votes. Tensions were brewing, things were going on in the band he wasn't liking anymore, and he said, I had enough of that. That's all I can say, that's all I will say. So after being in the band since 90, 91, he left. He played the drums. I was his roadie up, set up, tearing out his drums. Loved it. And so my dad's trying to get his back worked on so he can use the pedals when he uses his pedals, his bass drum and his hi-hat better. So, you know, because my dad's pretty quick when it comes to that kind of stuff. But now, since he has spinal stenosis, he's moving about half that speed. So, you know, so it is what it is. So my mom's trying to get better. She'll eventually go see the docs, because like I said in the last video, she was 3 months on a break. And then, you know, she just hurts all the time and just doesn't want to go anywhere because it's too hurty. Right there, that's my mom's wheelchair. That's what she uses when we're going to like a store that doesn't have a cart, like we go like the farmer's market or something, or to a restaurant. That's what my mom will use. And she'll sit in it, and it's got a cushion, and yeah, it's great. So, so now we're going to go on a little me, because that's what you're here for, to hear how your hostess with mostest and the owner of this channel, owner of this account, I went to the doctor's, 3 months checkup. This was on the 26th of August, 23rd of August, which was Friday. I went and had my blood test done, and I was like, this the whole time, because I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to have to look at it. I'm not a fan of needles. And so if I just, then it just doesn't, then that way I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to, I can just pretend of something else that's, like unicorns are going in my arm or something. And seeping me with hearts and puppies, kitties, rainbows, and all that kind of good, So I had that done, and my dad helped me schedule that appointment, so I was able to go in and have my blood test done, because she wanted to check my A1C levels. As I said, if you watch the, Ozempic and Wegovy and all this kind of stuff, they want you to be under 7. And so I had my appointment on Monday. My dad took me to my appointment on Monday. We got good news, digital peeps. First of all, I lost, since you saw me last, I weighed 111 pounds the last time I was at the doctor's. This time I weigh 201, so I lost 10 more pounds since I've seen the doctor. And people have been noticing, friends of the family, my relatives have noticed, my mom can see it in my face a little bit. We are losing weight, and all it is just simple little swaps that I've been doing. I learned that my cholesterol went down 50 points, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what? And then in my head I'm thinking, squeezing baking powder? Like, huh? It's because I'm eating oatmeal every morning. That's what's, I know it's probably going to rain, it's thundering, yeah, because I said the news guys, or the weather dude said, it's going to rain. I use a pinch of stevia, I use a pinch of brown sugar, and I like to make it with milk, because I think milk makes it tastier. Water makes it taste icky tasting. The milk kind of helps give you flavor and substance. Every morning like clockwork. And that's what's been helping me lower my cholesterol. It's a cholesterol-lowering food. She was very happy about that, because she said if it wasn't going down nearly as fast, then we're talking pills. And I didn't want to be on a cholesterol-lowering pill, so she's one of these, the doctor that I have is also the same doctor my mother has. This is my PCP, my primary care physician. And she's one of those, okay, let's try small things first before we move to the big guns. So let's get you on diet and exercise first, and some other things, and we'll see if that works first. And if that does it, then you're good, and we'll stay on that. But if not, then we got to move to something higher and more specific and all this kind of stuff. So, and so I lost weight, again, like I said, and my cholesterol went down 50 points because of the oatmeal. I switched from, as I said before, white rice to brown rice. I quit having pop, even though I love my regular Cokes and Pepsi. I switched to bubbly lime. It tastes like Sprite without the sweetener in it, which is fine. I also have regular bubbly, but I prefer it with the lime. I don't like diet pop whatsoever. I don't like the taste of it, so that's why I moved to the bubbly. So, and it works for me. We're watching the carbs. We're watching all kinds of other things. Like, I can have the Chef Boyardee stuff, like the raviolis and the beefaroni. But if I pair that with a salad or a vegetable, it's a little better. And only have one can and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I've been drinking my diet iced tea here. And I've been used to that for a couple of years now, so I got used to the taste of it. It's just diet pop I have a hard time with. Have I had sips of pop here and there? Yeah, just to kind of, for the taste, like, if someone's having a glass, I'm like, ooh, can I have a sip? Just because I want to remember what it tastes like, kind of a thing. We're still exercising. I got, hold on, because we're still in the doctor's, but I told her I've been doing my 3 miles. I got this off of Amazon. This is the latest one. Or the latest one in the collection. It's the front, there's the back. Now, there's what it looks like. There's the DVD. Now, you can get these for, I don't know if they still make them, but they're $9.95 per set. They equal 2 pounds. They're called the Walk Away the Weights. They're filled with water, and they equal 2 pounds. If you don't want to get those, or you just don't want to use that, you want to use like something of your own, you can use 2-pound dumbbells. I have my 5-pound dumbbells that I showed off in the last video. And if you don't want to use weights at all, there's a guy in the video that kind of shows you what they look like without the weights, or what the movement looks like. She also has a woman named Beth in there, so that if you need to modify the movements anyway, say she tells you to go up here, but you can only go like to here. Maybe you've had shoulder surgery and the doctor tells you to take it easy a little bit or whatever. You can do just this instead of this. And she shows you how to modify the movement and all that. So if you have any arthritis issues or you just come out of surgery, you know, so you can ease your way back into it. It looks like it was from 98, 99, but it's copyrighted 01. Because it looked really dated when you see it. But it was great. It was 3 miles, and it kind of showed you, okay, you went a half mile, now you went a mile, now you went a mile and a half, now you're at 2. You start using the weights at 2 miles. And then somewhere through the workout, you stop using them. So if you want to stop using them at that point in the video, you can. You just set them down, and then you don't have to use them anymore. But if you want to keep using them for the rest of the video, you can do so. That's what I chose to do, because I want the. And then she says using the weights adds more muscle and more intensity and all this kind of stuff, which I like. So I thought it was great for what it was. Will I be using it again? Absolutely, I would, because I like my 3 mile walks. And then my A1C, we'll get to my A1C. Last time I told you it was 8.3. We got it down to 6.2, which is great because we want to under 7. My average sugar in the mornings has been 124, which is because what I have to do is I have to prickle my fingers every morning, and I get a number, and I write that down on a paper calendar that I've made on a program I have that lets you make banners, signs, business cards, that labels, that kind of stuff. It's called Print Artist. And I make the calendar. I fix the calendar. I fix it like a blank calendar up and make it my own. It's gonna rain, so that's why you're hearing thunder if you hear it. And I have to write down what my morning number is. And she said, well, my average has been about 124, which is good. And I have a meter that I have. I just got a new set of test strips because I was running low. My BP is still slightly elevated. It was 100 and something over 87 when I went on Monday the 26th. So because it's still elevated, she's putting me on a higher dosage of what I've been taking. I think it's low star. I can't remember what it is. Some of these drug names are so hard to pronounce, you know. So I'm on 100 milligrams of that now. And then I've been telling her what's been going on with my metformin pill when I take my second metformin. I have to take 2,000 milligram metformin pills a day. Once for breakfast, once before breakfast, you know, like right at breakfast, right at dinner. Okay. Now, I was on 500, and then she bumped me up to 1,000. And I told her, she said, if I have any side effects, I'm to tell her, all this kind of stuff. So, when I was there on Monday, the 26th, excuse me, I said to her, you know, when I take my second pill, about 2-3 hours after I take it, my stomach will get all rumbly, and then it feels like I have to poo, like really bad, like a diarrhea kind of situation. And I know that's graphic, there's no page, but you got to understand what's happening. And so, and I said, you know, it starts out like that kind of spreadable stuff, but then when it hits the water, it like turns brown. And she's like, okay, it sounds like you're experiencing some diarrhea with this. Okay. She says, well, what we could do is we could put you on metformin extended release. And it's basically the same thing you're taking, just extended release form. And she's like, that ought to help with the stomach. And when I took it for the first time yesterday, I didn't have any issues. My stomach was great. It was wonderful. So I know it was my pill that was doing it, not anything I was specifically eating. So I've been taking, so it's 1,000 milligrams twice a day. So right at breakfast, right at dinner. I made, what did I make yesterday? I made like copycat Sunday chicken from Cracker Barrel yesterday, where it's marinated in the buttermilk and it has a flour coating and all. Yeah, so we had that. We had a vegetable, and then I had side dish left over, like one of those Lipton side thingies, because I'd made it for, I bought it, it was a Parmesan garlic one. I bought like this purloin thing that was already marinated at the store, and we were having that for dinner, and I had some side left, so I'm thinking, okay, I'll just use that up for one of my sides, then I'll make a vegetable, and we had the chicken, and it was great, and I made some dark meat for my dad, because he loves dark meat and all this. My dad also has type 2 diabetes, like myself. He's had it a little longer than I have. His is very well controlled and all this kind of stuff. mine's looking pretty good. We're losing weight. We're doing everything we need to do to get fit, get happy. So because I'm doing so well from the doctors, she doesn't want to see me for 6 months from now, which won't be till February, which will be a year since this whole fiasco with what I have got started. So it's great. It's wonderful. So I won't have to see her for 6 months. Keep doing with what I'm doing, because we want to make Doc happy. We want to do things that's going to keep us healthy, going to keep us around for a long time, going to, you know, all this kind of stuff. If you notice on my Instagram, on the 17th of August, it was my mom and dad's wedding anniversary, and I posted a picture. It was taken from my mom's baby brother. My mom's the oldest out of 6 kids, and her baby brother, in '99, I think that picture was taken. He was getting married to my Aunt Debbie, and so I posted that on their anniversary. They've known each other 45 years, been married 43. We just made a nice little roast beef dinner with horseradish, sauce, choux, green beans. We had mashed potatoes. We had rolls, crescent rolls. I made this tender lemon cake because my mom wanted something lemony. I tried to make them like a homemade cake. And I found this out of the Martha Stewart cake recipe. It was called tender lemon cake with buttercream frosting. My mom didn't want the buttercream, so we made the cream cheese frosting. And it has lemon curd in the middle, and it was really good, and all this kind of stuff. And so we had a nice little dinner for that. But I went to Home Goods for the first time, and I bought, because I'd never been there, I had a $25 gift card my mom gave me. Because she's like, I'm not going to use this, you use it. And so what I did is I found some beachy 5 tea towels, and I found this, because they have these seashell dishes that I bought them last year. And I bought a serving dish that has seashells, seahorses, starved patricks, you know, starfishes, all this kind of stuff on it, all this sea stuff, shells, and it was like in color, and it went well with the dishes. So that was something that I bought them for their anniversary. And then dinner was another part of their present and all this. So since I don't have to see her for another 6 months, I don't know if these 3 months videos are going to continue. I might, I don't know, but I was just giving you what the doctor said. So, we did everything great and wonderful. We had good news. We're losing weight. We're doing, you know, if you're happy for me, thank you. If you want to subscribe to me, hit that thumbs up, or hit the subscribe button and all that kind of stuff. If you want to hit the thumbs up button, if you really, really, really like it, hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. You can follow me on all my socials, or linked in the description box below. I think that's everything. I think we've covered all 3 months. So I just thought I'd give you a little update on what happened at the doctor's. I'm going to go. Bye, digital peeps. Bye, have a lippy.